Welcome to the HR1 video, Systems of Linear Equations, and you can use elimination, substitution, or a graphing method to solve. One of the most important things I guess I'd like to talk about first with this target is understanding what kind of problem you have and using the right tool. This problem has one of them that's y equals, so we're going to be doing what's called substitution, where we take this whole thing and plug it in for y in the other equation. This one doesn't have anything y equals. We're going to use elimination. We're trying to get opposites stacked on top of each other so they cancel out and go away. What you should have down here in your mistakes and notes box is the idea that you have three different kinds. If they're both y equals, then you're just going to set them equal to each other. That was called the equal values method, if they're both y equals. Okay, it looks like this. If only one of them is y equals, then it's going to be y equals like this stuff right here. You're going to plug that in for y. You'll do things like distributive property and combine like terms and solve. And if neither of them are y equals, then you have to do what's called the elimination method, where you're trying to get something like this to occur, where you have a positive 3y over a negative 3y, because then when you add them going down, those things cancel each other out. And you're trying to get that to eliminate. And so right there would be the good part. Okay, so it's three kinds: elimination, substitution, or equal values. And that's what you're looking for as you start these questions. So now to go back and take a look at the question that we have at hand, we have these in this target. Well, you're just substituting. So here you're going to end up with 5x minus 4 times whatever that stuff is equals negative 3. I put it all into this equation. Well, it was negative 3x plus 5. And then you're going to do things like distributive property and then combine like terms. So 5x plus 12x minus 20 equals negative 3. Add 20 to both sides, so this is 17x equals add 20, that's 17. Divide by 17 because of this 17 to cancel, and x equals 1 is the answer that you would get for that first problem. Now, you're not going to shout hallelujah and cheer because it's not over. Because just because you did all that work and have x equals 1 doesn't mean you're done, because the question has x's and y's in it, so you need to take this and plug it back in for x and solve for y. So negative 3 times 1 plus 5. And that's going to give me negative 3 plus 5 is 2. So the y value equals 2. Well, in Algebra 2 class, you can't just like have two floating answers. We actually show our solution as an ordered pair. X is 1, comma, y is 2, and it looks like this, showing it as an ordered pair because the first number is the x, the second number is the y, and that's how you show that as a solution. Okay. The second one, you're going to look to do elimination. So in order to do elimination, right now I don't have opposites stacked on top of each other, so this one's kind of a bummer. I need to pick a number to multiply these both by so that I can make them disappear. I'm going to choose 3 times larger on this first one, because then that's going to give me 15, 12, and negative 42. And then I'm going to make this one negative 5 times larger, because then what that's going to do is give me negative 15, negative 30, and negative 30 over here. So to speed this video up a little bit, I'll show you what I did as after I did that calculation. I got this. So 3 times everything gave me this line of work. Negative 5 times everything gave me this line of work. And then when I added them together, these two canceled because I had 15 over negative 15. They go away. This gives me the negative 18y equals negative 72. Divide by negative 18 and y equals 4. Plug that back in. I get negative 6 for x. And then my final answer is over here. Take a minute to rework that on your own so it makes sense.